Hey you guys, what is up? It's me, Gabby, and I am back again with another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you guys these Bling Extendo 2XL braider nail Frenchies that I did. I know that's quite a mouthful, but oh, sorry y'all, excuse the background, I'm outside. But yeah, I did these nails on my good sis. Her name is Asia, Hollywood Hall of Slay. It was her birthday, or it's her birthday actually today. So I did these for her. She asked me to do some blinged out nails for her. So yeah, let's get into it. So what you guys saw in the beginning was me applying the tips. These are 2XL tips that I purchased from Amazon. If I'm able to find the specific ones that I ordered, I'll definitely link it down below. But I used the 2XL tips, and y'all, I literally just cut off the numbers for the pinky, the ring, and the middle finger, and then I made them short for her pointer and her thumb. She wanted them short because she does hair, so she wanted to still be able to use like some of her fingers. But yeah, the rest of them I left them at 2XL. So in the beginning, I was just gluing the tips. I used my KDS glue, and I actually learned this hack from TikTok. A nail tech on TikTok was saying that you can dip your tips in monomer to help them to stick to the nail. So I just went ahead and I tried that out, and it pretty much worked for the most part. So I'm now just going in and I'm blending in my tips with my medium grit sanding band from Carlash. I'm using a low speed setting. I didn't really have to do too much for the shaping. I think the most that I did was I of course shaped the shorter tips, and then I just shaped the ends of the tip, and I went in with my drill bit and I just kind of like tapered in the ends of the tip a little bit more. And then now I'm going in with my prep system. You guys know I use the Valentino dehydrator and super bond, and then I also go back in with my Young Nails protein bond, just to double prime, make sure that my nails are sticking on. All right, so this part I actually sped up because I wanted to show you guys my application process. I'm not gonna lie to you all, this isn't like my best or my most smooth application because the tips were like so long. So I kind of had to use like multiple beads at one time, but it was okay because it was still like pretty much smooth. And then of course I went in with my e-file and with my nail file, and I went ahead and smoothed out everything. So I'm using a size 20 brush from Trans Design. This is the brush that I've been using in a lot of my nail tutorials, and I really like it. I do want to purchase another brush from them, and you know, just kind of have like a backup, but I really do like this brush. The monomer, I'm using my Kiara Sky monomer, and for the powder I am using Dragon Fruit by Valentino. So it's a very pretty like clear pink color. I think it's like one of the best pink base colors that you can use for French. So as you guys can see, I'm just going in and I'm making sure that I build up my nail. One thing I will say, if you're doing extendos, you really want to make sure that you have like a good thick but not too thick application. Because your nails are so long, you do want to make sure that they're good and sturdy, especially if you have clients that may be a little bit rougher on their hands, or just because they have these extendos, they may be more prone to hitting them or bumping them on things. You really want to make sure the structure of your nail, and especially the structure of your apex, is nice and thick, not too thick. You don't want to make it bulky, but thick enough to where you know, it's good and sturdy. So I'm going in, and like I said, I did have to use multiple beads to ensure that not only was the application even throughout the nail, but to also make sure it was good and thick enough for the entire nail. And then I went in, I think for each nail I did, with the exception of the pointer and the thumb, I think I did 2 to 3 beads on the cuticle area, 2 to 3 like medium beads on the cuticle area to really build that apex. So yeah, I'm just going in. Y'all, it took me, so me and I don't want to say her name because, you know, just for privacy reasons, but I'll just call her my client. So me and my client, we timed we timed how long it would take for me. We thought it was going to take me about an hour to apply the acrylic, but it took me 38, I think 37 or 38 minutes to apply the acrylic on all 10 fingers. I think had I had to do the pointer and the thumb, it probably would have taken me about an hour. But yeah, for my application time, it took me about 38 minutes to do both hands. So that's not too bad for them being like 2XL extendos basically. So yeah. Alright, you guys, so I'm not going to do much talking. I'm just going to have you guys watch this application. Like I said, this is sped up just for the sake of time, so that's not me like moving that fast. It's just the video. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. And again, I'm so sorry y'all for the background. I'm sitting outside. It's so nice out tonight. It's like in the 60s right now, which I love when the weather gets cool. I'm from Florida, so it's hot all the time. So when it gets cool, I feel like super excited. So I'm just out here. I'm enjoying the nice cool air. And I just really love to sit outside sometimes. It's just like my peace. So yeah, so if y'all hear any cars zooming past, I do low-key live in the hood, so it's dudes out here. I'm not gonna say the N-word, but it is dudes out here that be racing and flexing their little muscle cars and everything. So just excuse the noise. And also excuse me if I'm coughing or anything. I'm getting over, I don't know what it is I had. I think I had the flu because I did have like a fever like one day last week. So I'm still kind of like a little bit sick. You can kind of hear it in my nose. And obviously if I cough or clear my throat. So just, you know, excuse the little noise, y'all. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stop recording and allow you guys to enjoy the rest of this application. And I'll get back on later. Alright, hey y'all, I'm back. So I wanted to just add in a couple of things. I know I said I wasn't going to talk too much throughout the video, but y'all know I'd be thinking of little things to say. First of all, I was listening back over to the first recording I did, and I did say I did say her name, so I'm so sorry, girl. But yeah, go ahead and follow her on IG, y'all. If you are in the South Florida area, Hollywood Holla Slay, she is a one-stop shop. So yeah, just a little shout out to her. But yeah, I would definitely recommend that if you are doing like extendo nails, I would definitely recommend like getting acclimated to having a size 20 brush. I think if I had used a smaller brush, like a size, I don't know, like a size 12 or a size 14, my application time would have taken a whole lot longer than it did then. So I definitely would recommend like getting a size 20 brush for when you have to do like extendo nails, because you are able to pick up like bigger beads and you're just able to like cover more area with your brush. I would also recommend that when you're just applying acrylic, period, I don't know if you guys can tell, but in my application videos, I move my fingers around a lot, and that's something that I just learned just naturally throughout practicing, learning how to do nails and everything. You want to make sure you look at your nails from both sides. I don't know about y'all, but I tend to like stay on one side of the nail when I'm applying acrylic. So a lot of times I have to go back in and move the nail from side to side to make sure that the application is even all throughout the nail. So one thing I definitely will recommend when you're applying acrylic, especially when you're doing, again, like extendos or even just long nails. Actually, when you're doing nails just in general, when you're applying acrylic in general, you want to make sure you move the finger from side to side to make sure that the application is even everywhere, to make sure that the apex looks good, to make sure that the application as you get closer to the edge of the nail is even and smooth and looks good. So that is definitely another recommendation that I have when you're applying acrylic. Just move the finger around from side to side, and then sometimes I'll pick it up and I'll just like turn my head from side to side to observe the nail. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna let y'all finish watching the application and then I'll get back on. Alright, you guys, so now I am taking my nail file. This is an 80 grit nail file that I believe I purchased from my local beauty supply store, and I'm just going in and I'm separating the skin on her finger from any excess acrylic that may have flowed over, and I'm just filing away. And I'm also going underneath and filing away any excess acrylic that may have fallen over to the under part of the tip. This is super important, again, just for retention purposes and also just to make your nails look neat and clean and uniform. When you're doing extendo nails, you really want to make sure that you're holding your nail at an angle so you can really get like you can really get underneath the nail very well. Without messing up the shape. So I kind of just like go in and just file at a little bit of an angle as you guys can tell. And you also want to make sure that you're holding the actual nail very steady. When I first started like filing her nail, she was saying that it was hurting, so I had to go in and actually like hold her nail and just make sure that I was very gentle with filing it so that I didn't hurt her. So I went ahead and I did that with all 10 of her nails, of course. And then I took my e-file. This drill bit is a fine tapered drill bit that I purchased off of Amazon. So, well, actually, no, this one I got off of Etsy from Shop Nail Bit. But Amazon also has these from the Pana brand. So I have like a bunch of these. These are my favorite drill bits to use to actually clean up the nail and clean up the cuticle area. So I'm using this on a level 6 speed setting, and I'm just gently going, or not gently, but I am going around the cuticle area, sealing in the cuticle area, and then I'm just filing up and down the nail to make it smooth, to remove any bumps, any lumps, and to make sure the apex area is nice and smooth, making sure that the free edge of the nail is nice and smooth, and just making sure that there is symmetry throughout the nail. So yeah, it's very important that you take your time. You don't want to cut your client, so I'm very careful when I go around the edge of as I go around the cuticle, I'm very careful. And then also, like I said, just like when you're applying the acrylic, when you're drilling, you want to kind of just move the nail from side to side and check it from time to time. Move the nail around from side to side to make sure it's even and smooth and symmetric on all angles. So once I do that, I'm now going back in with my 80/80 grit file. And I don't normally do this, but like I said, because I really wanted to make sure these nails were nice and smooth, this was my first time doing 2XL nails. So everything I'm telling you guys is what I like picked up from doing it. But because I just really wanted to make sure it was nice and smooth all around, I went ahead and I went in with my file and I just filed the surface of the nail. One trick that I've learned is that in order for you to tell that your nail is all the way even and smooth all around, you want to make sure the entire area of the nail is white, basically. So you guys see how, like, as I'm filing, you see that the nail is turning white from the nail file. You want to make sure that the entire nail looks like that, and that's how you'll know that it's nice and even and smooth. So I went ahead and I only did that for all of the Extendo nails. I didn't do that for the short nails because I was able to get those like pretty smooth. So I did that for, again, the ring, the pinky in the middle for both hands. And then you guys can't really see. I'm so sorry again for the angle, y'all. Like, part of it is the way that I like angle my camera, and then part of it is when I put it in iMovie, like, it just makes the screen much smaller, so it cuts out some of the stuff. I promise y'all, like, when I looked at it on my phone, it, like, you can see everything. But basically I'm just holding her nail up. And what I did was I took the file and I just filed the sides, holding her hand upward. It's kind of hard for me to explain like through the video. I wish I could have shown y'all, but I just held her hand up and I filed the sides instead of holding her hand down and filing the sides. And then I just went ahead and I filed the free edge to give it that little C curve. And then I went back in with my my drill bit, my tapered drill bit, and I cleaned up the free edge to give it that cleaner like curve shape, and to also clean up any excess acrylic that was underneath the tip. I really hope that made sense, y'all. I'm so sorry again. I wish I could have shown y'all what I was doing, but yeah. So again, just going back in with my with my nail file. I'm just going in and making sure that the nail is nice and smooth. And when you're done, excuse me, there it goes. When you're done, you want to make sure that you're kind of feeling on the nail also to make sure it's smooth. Like sometimes you can still feel the lumps and the bumps. So just for extra measure, you want to feel on the nail to make sure it's nice and smooth. And again, I'm just going in with my file and I'm filing the sides to give it that nice crispy tapered square look. Again, if you want really good shaping, I would definitely recommend using an 80/80 grit file for your acrylics. You could probably use like a 100/180 grit file if you're doing like Gel X, or probably like using like the hard gel and everything. But with acrylic, I would definitely recommend using an 80/80 grit file. And then next, I'm so sorry, y'all. I really try to like not cough on camera. But next, I'm going in with my buffer and I'm just buffing the nail, making sure it's nice and smooth, getting out any scratches. And then I am going to use my sugar scrub to scrub her hands. That's a free luxury service that I offer to all of my clients. I got the sugar scrub from Amazon. And then I'm gonna have her wash her scrub her cuticles and scrub underneath her nails. And then she'll come back for the actual blingage. I can't wait to show you guys. Alright, you guys, so this is what her nails looked like after they were filed, shaped, buffed, all that good stuff. So now we're going in and we're making the bling Frenchies. Yay! Finally got to the good part, y'all. So the polish that I'm using is a silver reflective gel polish that I got from Beetles. I purchased this off of Amazon, and I really like Beetles. They have some pretty nice gel polishes, so they're definitely one of my go-tos if I need to buy gel polish. If you're doing bling nails, I would definitely recommend using reflective polish over the like silver or glitter gel polish, because it really makes your rhinestones like pop, because when you put the light on it, it like really, is like reflective. So I would say if you're doing bling nails, to definitely use reflective polish if you're able to get your hands on them. Also, you don't really have to use as many rhinestones as you would if you had like the glitter polish, because again, that reflective color will give it like a lot more bling and everything. So yeah, so I'm just going in with my liner brush that I also got from Amazon. This liner brush, I actually kind of cut it up a little bit so that it could give me like more finer lines, but I'm just using it to make my French. She wanted like a deep French, and I really love the almond shaped French design, I guess you could say. So that's what I was going for. One thing I will say, you guys, this part took a really long time, so that's why this is also sped up, because working with reflective polish is super hard. Like, it's so thick, so trying to polish with that is going to take you like a little minute, I'm not even gonna lie. So yeah, I just kind of took my time. I went ahead and I polished, and then I had her hold her hand upwards towards me so that I could make sure that all of the Frenchies were nice and even. They had that almond shape, and they were all basically the same length and depth. you want to make sure your Frenchies aren't going to look like twins, but maybe not identical twins, but we want to make them look fraternal, or maybe just make them look like siblings. So we want to make sure they look as similar to each other as possible. So yeah, y'all, I don't know why I just love French nails so much. I think they're so cute. I get so excited when people ask for French, and I remember when I used to hate doing French, and I used to actually be scared because like I wasn't really the greatest at doing French. But now that like I've been doing them more and I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with them, I actually really enjoy doing French. They're like one of my favorite designs to do. So yeah, I just love when people ask for French. I love when they ask for French on their toes, and I love when they ask for French on their hands. Like it makes me so happy. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the painting part. For her index for her pointer, index, whatever you guys want to call it, for her index finger and her thumb, I at first was just gonna do like a classic French, but she said she also wanted to have like a deep French. So I went ahead and I just made those into deep Frenches. Don't mind this finger. I know on the side I forgot to polish it, but I went back in and I polished it later on. And also you guys will see me wipe the sides. If you've watched any of my previous videos, then you know I wipe the sides because I don't want to make the nails like super bulky, and sometimes when you polish with gel polish, it'll make the nails kind of like lose their shape. So I personally go back in and I wipe the sides just to make sure that they're not bulky and making the nail lose its shape. So yeah. Alright you guys, so once I'm done polishing, I had her cure her nails for 60 seconds, and then I'm going in and I am adhering the rhinestones. So these are Swarovski rhinestones. I purchased them from Ocean Nail Supply. Y'all, I have been using Swarovski and Serenity rhinestones, and I have not turned back. I used to use the rhinestones from Amazon, and those are cool, especially like when you're beginning, but nothing beats these rhinestones, y'all. I'm so sorry, I'm just super biased. I will search high and low to get me some Swarovskis, and also I really like using Serenity. I think they are a good alternative to Swarovski, because y'all know they stopped selling the nail techs, y'all. So that's why I said sometimes you gotta look high and low for rhinestones. So yeah, so I'm just going in with my glue, my adhesive. I'm using the Mia Secret rhinestone glue. I really like using this glue. For the most part, it keeps my rhinestones on for a pretty long time. I've used it on myself personally, and I think, I don't know, the last set I had them on for like maybe a month, and probably like out of all the rhinestones I used, like 4 of them came off. So I really like it. I also like using Zule's Bling adhesive. That's also like a pretty good brand as well. I don't know why I'm just not a huge fan of using like the rhinestone gel. I don't think that keeps the rhinestones on for that long, but I don't know if maybe I just haven't found the right one. I've used IBD, I've used Valentino, I've used Nail Supply. I don't know if it's called Nail Supply Warehouse or whatever that one company is called. Like, I've used all of them and they just were not giving, I guess. I'm gonna try the 2 guys. That's gonna be my last one that I use my money on. And if that don't work, then we just gonna stay with Me and Secret and Zule's. So I'm just going in. I borrowed her wax pen because mine was not working at all. But I just borrowed it and I put her rhinestones on. And I just went in. On the sides, I used like the smaller ones, like the SS4 and the SS5. And then, of course, as I got to the top of the nail, I used the bigger one. Like I said, when you're using reflector polish or reflective polish, you don't really need to use like a whole bunch of rhinestones because they look, you know, it makes it look good. So yeah, y'all, excuse my gel lamp. I've been doing a lot of Halloween nails and all of that is like the fake blood and everything that I've been making for my nails. So I'm gonna try my best to clean all of that off. I think I can use acetone to clean those off, so just excuse the way that it looks. But yeah, so I'm just going back in now with her shorter nails, and this I kind of just put like maybe 5 or 6 or 7 rhinestones. I didn't like fill up the whole entire French with it, but I did just make sure that I put like a couple on the top line of the French, and then I put like 1 or 2 on the sides. So yeah, and then I went back in with my activator spray and I sprayed all of her nails to make sure that the rhinestones were nice and frozen in place. So yeah, you guys, that's basically it. I'm not gonna lie, like putting on the rhinestones is very tedious. I think this whole entire set took me like almost 3 hours to do, so it is gonna be a little bit tedious, but it's gonna be so beautiful in the end, so it's worth it. And there's no like method that I really use. I just hate when rhinestones look too bulky and there's like just too many rhinestones. So I tried to like space them out but not give them too much space, if you catch my drift. So yeah, you guys, that's basically how I did my Extendo Bling Frenchies. They were so pretty. No, they are so pretty because I literally just did them last night, but they're so pretty and I really love the way that they came out. And these are some bad bitch nails. Ooh, sorry, pardon my language, but these are some bad bitch nails. I'm still trying to figure out how much I'm gonna price these, but just know they're gonna cost some money, y'all, because I mean, look at the material. And shout out to Claws by Carmen. She has really like made me step into my bling rhinestone bag. Like, she really like inspired me to like invest in good quality rhinestones and like put myself out there as far as bling nails go. So shout out to her for being the OG for this. So yeah. so we are coming up to the end, and of course we are doing my very favorite part, which is applying the top coat. I'm using the D&D DC top coat. I really love this top coat. It's super shiny. It's not too thick, and it just makes my nails come out super pretty. And y'all, I mean, look at these nails. Look at it. It's just so beautiful. So yeah, I'm just going in, I'm applying the top coat, and y'all, I really make sure I apply the top coat to the cuticle area just to like seal in that nail a little bit more. One of my nail mentors, ZZ, she taught me that trick, just like getting up into the cuticle area and applying the gel polish there, or the gel top coat there. And I just kind of apply it to the sides too, just to make sure that side polish is getting some shine to it too. And I cured each hand for 60 seconds, and I had this beautiful masterpiece. So yeah, that's it for this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for staying throughout the entire video if you did. If you made it to this part, you're the real MVP. I tried to make it as short as possible, but there were just so many steps and I didn't want to miss anything. So yeah, you guys, I hope y'all enjoy, and let me know down in the comments if you guys want more tutorials. Make sure you guys follow me on IG at gabbytheenailtech _ GABBYTHEE nailtech _ Thank you guys again for watching and your support, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Mwah!